Hey, what's going on guys, Khraze here, welcome back to another Cyberpunk 2077 video. Today, let's go over a really amazing farming method that will give you almost infinite money and legendaries and pretty much give you the possibility to afford anything you dreamed of in this game. Especially since, well, yes, you are going to be able to duplicate almost any item in the game, you're going to be able to make a ton of money out of it, and even more so, you're going to be able to do all of that in the shortest amount of time possible, to the point that you can go ahead, buy almost anything, afford anything, and fully deck out and spec your character the way you want it in literal minutes. So this is going to involve some duplication. We're gonna duplicate a really interesting item, and then we're gonna use that to funnel it into crafting materials and kind of do this circle all back to back up until we get everything we want. So that item is going to be this painting right here. If you already did a part of this method in the past, you are kind of familiar with that, but if you're not, then here is what you need to know about this, because you get this from a really interesting side mission. That side mission is called Space Oddity, and you actually encounter it in Santo Domingo on this side of the map towards the southern part of that neighborhood. So I'm basically right here. Now here is where you will encounter a bunch of really inconspicuous kind of characters that seem to be hiding something important behind them. That something is going to be a briefcase with the location towards that very expensive painting I was talking about. So what I did right here is I just straight out bought it from them because I knew I was gonna make a huge profit, but you can also kill them if you want to and just steal the briefcase. Now once you do that, you can have a couple of options. If you are a hacker and have at least 6 points into that, you can immediately just hack it and get the coordinates. Otherwise, if you're like me and don't have that, just walk around the building and you're going to encounter this body right next to these trash bins, and that body is going to hold the key to opening up that briefcase. So lo and behold, it's going to open it up, and it is going to open up these coordinates to this location in the Badlands, or well, close to the Badlands. So go over there, you're going to find this drop pod after taking down some enemies, and once you take it, it's gonna give you this very painting right here. And this is, ladies and gents, the painting that we will use to fully unduplicate and make hundreds of thousands, even millions, and if not even tens of millions in a very short amount of time, depending on, well, how much you want to press buttons. Now to do all of that, we are going to require one of these drop points right here for a couple of reasons. Well, first of all is because drop points are really quickly to access, and second of all is because they seem to be the only one that can hold up to 20,000 eddies in one single go. So this is the maximum amount of money you can make per transaction, but you can do all of that in just minutes. So let's begin with the duplication glitch, and I'm pretty sure that this is as far as everybody went into. Basically you can go in and sell this map right here. You're gonna sell it for 4,000 eddies, and if you exit this terminal and enter it again, instead of selling it back to you for 4,000, it's gonna sell it for only 5, so you can rebuy this and enter and exit this and do this over and over again. But what if I told you there's an even better method than that, and that involves a small little glitch. That glitch involves pressing 2 buttons at the same time. So the first button is gonna be the sell button, which is triangle for the controller on the PS5, and the pause menu button. This is gonna be different of course for your platform, but basically the pause and the sell button must be pressed at the same time. And if you do it correctly and press them at the same time, it's gonna open up an inventory screen that looks pretty much like this. So you will know if this is the proper screen if it has the full on transparent background, and you can see both your filters and of course the one in the drop point. So now we have this right here selling for $5 a piece, right? Well, we're gonna go ahead, press the button multiple times, and guess what? You can rebuy this an infinite amount of times because it's not going to deplete from the drop points inventory. Pretty sweet, right? I mean, you can just get these for $5 a piece, and you can sell them back for 4,000 a piece, so that's gonna be really insane. So enough of that. We got a ton of these. We can see that the new items have been acquired, just splurging over there on the left side of the screen. And if we go into our backpacks, yeah, I'm pretty sure we should be able to see it right here. Already 107. Even I can't believe I pressed the button 107 times. I'm pretty sure that this also duplicates if you just press it like 10 times. I'm pretty sure it duplicates almost every time. So we have 100 pieces. That means what? 400,000 euro dollars in what? 5 seconds? That is really insane. Now from this point on, this is what you will actually want to do. You're gonna want to actually, let me first skip the time and show you proper how to do this. So from this point on, you're gonna go in, you're gonna see that now it replenished the full on drop points money, and what we can do is go ahead and sell about 5 of these at the same time, so we can make 20,000 per transaction. And if you go in and skip time again, another 24 hours. Every time you skip 24 hours, it is going to replenish the money inside of these drop points. So $20,000 again, and you can go in and sell your stash really quickly. So I think you got the gist of it, right? You do this over and over again. You basically make $20,000 each transaction, and it takes no more than a few seconds to actually go in and skip the time, and maybe even be more efficient than I am right here, because I completely suck at pressing these buttons. But I'm gonna show you the advanced method of getting even more money than this. Let's say this gets patched in the future, right? But you still need these to maybe sell them in the future to make even more money. Well, let's, for example, do something a little bit different, and for that I'm gonna, let's just say, sell a bunch of these a little bit. I want to demonstrate something. Let's just say I'm gonna go in and sell, well, not really my entire stash, but like 60 of these, so that the vendor makes a little bit of money. There you go. Sold 60. I'm just gonna get it back, so I give the vendor more money in the process. I'm gonna explain this in just a little bit, but I just want to give the vendor a lot more money. And yeah, basically I'm just gonna go in and make it so that it has way more money, and I can duplicate those paintings back a little bit more. So 77,000 is what, yeah, the vendor has right now. Now I am at a loss. I just lost 60,000, but I can make it back really quickly. So here is the next trick. We're gonna be able to duplicate more than just 1, 2, 3, or 4. We're gonna duplicate about 19 of these paintings. So let's go with 19 paintings at the very same time. And if we go back pressing the same 2 buttons at the very same time again, it's gonna bring us at the menu, and now instead of only duplicating 1, I can duplicate all 19 of them. So I can do this over and over again. $5 a piece, basically nothing. It's less than 100 eddies to just buy almost 20 pieces of these. So this is absolutely crazy. So 20 almost every time I'm doing it, and I'm pretty sure that if I were to funnel more items and more money into this drop point, I could duplicate even more. Yeah, 225 of these maps for what? 1 million, almost 1 million eddies right here, which kind of brings us to the next point on the list, and that's gonna be all about duplicating other items, because you can also duplicate pretty much any item in the game, and to be more specific, the ones that are gonna be most important are going to be these legendary pieces. So again, we're gonna do the same. We can go in and let's just say instead of only selling 1 this time, we're gonna sell about like what? Maybe 10. Let's just sell 10 at the same time. So we can confirm transaction. We sold 10 at the same time. We go back, and if we enter that menu again, if I can only get it right, and this is why I said that you can then funnel all of this into crafting a ton of legendaries. Like let's just say, for example, you want the legendary Johnny Silverhand outfit. You now have a ton of these things to just go in and craft as many of these as you want to. Like if you want to craft a ton of these, you have the possibility of doing so, because now you have all of those cool pieces right there that you can quickly go ahead and just farm. This brings us to the next piece that is absolutely insane, and you're gonna be able to farm infinite modding slots. So to give you the example, we have an item right here that I want to duplicate, which is gonna be, I believe it's gonna be the reinforced corporate evening shoes. The reason I want to duplicate this is because inside of it there is a really interesting mod that gives crit damage by 30%. That is the bully mod, by the way. So let's go ahead and actually duplicate this and then extract the mod out of it. Alright, there you go. So now we have a bunch of these. What I will do is essentially rebuy them over and over again. So now we have all of these shoes, but check out what they have in their inventory. They have full-on legendary mods, each and every single one of them. So all of these have those legendary mods. What you can do from this point on, yeah, use this perk right here, the waste not want not, to get the mods back when you disassemble an item. So let me go and show you the example. We're gonna go in, buy the boots, and all of them will hold at least one of these well, mods that you can apply to your clothing. So I'm just gonna go ahead and disassemble all of these at the same time, right, all the way until only one is left. Like I just crafted these two pieces right here that have 4 modding slots in them. So let me show you how many mods we have now. Look at this. Look at this absolute insanity of mods right here that we just got, and of course I got the other ones as well too, so you can even sell these at a profit if you want to, or disassemble them and get something out of them. So in this case I will just go in and just slot a ton of 30% crit damage increase for each of these pieces. 60, 60, 60, 60. I'm not sure if these fully on stack. I'm pretty sure they should. Yeah, it's really crazy, dude. Like, this is just insanity right there. Of course, before going in and leaving, don't forget to take the money out of it. So there's like 67,000 still there. So what I will do in this case is I will go ahead and sell those maps. So yeah, there you go. We're gonna sell a few of these and maybe even sell a bunch of other items to just get your money out of this thing. But otherwise, this is how you make a ton of money. This is how you make legendaries. This is how you duplicate anything. This goes the same, by the way, with the weapons. So if you want to duplicate a weapon, such as for example Johnny Silverhand weapon, you can go ahead and do that too. But yeah, this is it with the method. Of course, let me know down below if it worked for you, and even more so, how much money did you got out of it. As always, don't forget to comment, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.